What is the Tyrus Riley representing for Spark FM? We not bark at them, you know.
Damn, you ain't finished eating yet? Yeah, I'm talking to you. It's your girl Red Shades, and you are now tuned in to Lunch is Over on Spark FM Online.
Hey yo, DJ WhySham, what a guan. Keep rocking them ones and twos. Spinning, yeah.
Hey yo, this is Battleaxe, the Extramentalist checking in from Dorchester. And look, lunch is over, alright? Doesn't necessarily mean you gotta be done eating your food. You can just take a snack, sneak it back into the office. Try not to chew too loud though. Matter of fact, turn up DJ WhySham over your chewing, that way you won't get caught. Alright? Keep it locked right here on Spark FM Online.
You know I ain't got no room to talk because I be eating mad slow. Yo, it's your girl Amanda Shea. Tune in to Spark FM Online because lunch is over.
This is Brandy Blaze, repping 617 all day, every day. You're now tuned in with DJ WhySham. Go ahead, baby, drop that.
Good everybody, you are now tuned in to Lunch is Over.
Lunch is over. My head hurt now, so I was about to scream it. I was like, nah. But nah, for real. Lunch is over.
Yo, you already know. You got RG.
DJ WhySham, your community DJ, 607 to your backyard. I'm going in this time. Like,
all day, every day. We back. Current events. We're gonna start off. This thing has been kind of building up for a while. This Astro World Fiasco Festival, like it's.
Have you seen
horrible.
Roland Ray? He's like asleep, and I just came back from the dead. And it, I don't know.
And they told me to tell you.
Yeah. I'm just like, yo, everybody keeps talking about this story. You're still not in. Like, I'm so random again, sidebar, but yes, Astroworld, everybody.
Yo.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
So the death tolls now went up to 10.
Yes, the young.
Yeah, the young
man.
boy was 9 years old.
Yep.
Crazy. And then they got into like the whole. The grandfather was talking about it because the father passed out. Woke up, had his son on his shoulders, passed out because everybody was like running around and there was no air to breathe or whatever. He woke up without his son. His son was in a different hospital as a John Doe and had mad like complications and everything and was like out cold or something like that. Crazy sad story.
Wow.
But it's wild.
Let's just get to it. Who do you think's at fault?
A little bit of everybody, because they know how the event. So, not even Astroworld. Travis Scott, known to jump in crowds, known to like want a mob type of presence. He wants that type of era. So
Keep going. I'm trying to show everybody.
they will have certain, not even restrictions, but certain like different rules according to how they want their thing to go. So the cops or the security might turn a blind eye to people raging because that's what he wants. He wants them to pick that up.
Okay.
He wants at the end of the day, like if there was a fight or a couple of fights and how people are or were, at least back in the day, when you went to those grunge concerts or whatever, it was just like if you got beat up, then it was like you had a hell of a great time type of thing. So I think he wanted to like kind of bring that back and has been bringing that back for this era of music. And now that just happened to get out of hand. He didn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure if you could rewind the time and he knew, well, not rewind the time, but if he can go back in time and still be cognizant
with
of
all
what
that
happened.
money, why? And not even just them. It's like you said. It's like everybody's at fault. The security was just not. I think just in general, like festival security is just not equipped enough to like what's going on at
big
festivals.
Facts. Well, that and
then apparently people was like jumping the fence before it happened. So it's just like, why was it that shut down before anything even started? And then like the numbers are not adding up to how many people supposed to be there.
Yeah. And it's just like for them to even get through a crowd took 10, 15 minutes. So
That's
people laying unconscious or not breathing for 10, 15 minutes.
And then the crazy thing is though, like people say that, but it's like, that's how long it takes sometimes to get out. Like I've been to festivals, concerts, to get out, like, just use the bathroom, like just to get out of the actual crowd. Like I was at the Made in America first festival. That was like my first big festival, like sea of people. Like when Jay-Z first hosted that, like in Philadelphia, like a sea of people. So it's just like navigating such a. That's gonna granted, like I'm not blaming anybody at all, but it's just like that's why I feel like medics definitely should be more in side of the crowd, like, you know,
Yeah.
position, like, you know how they have security, like, you know,
Position,
FBI,
yeah.
like, you know, whatever. But when it
Kind of
comes
like
to
that,
that,
like a Michael Jackson.
yeah, no,
Yeah, nah,
for
'cause
real.
Bro had people passing out. They had EMTs on standby. They had a line
You
of
had to,
medics
right.
in between.
And he was just
getting
breathing, and
carried
people,
out.
just done, just going out.
Yeah. And I was like, when I first heard about it, I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't think anything of it because all I heard was Astro World gets out of hand.
Right.
And then you hear about the death tolls. I didn't even hear about the death tolls. It was like all separate. And then I look at the video and there's mad people there. It's like that old school DMX concert type thing. I'm like, yo, bro, how are we still doing it? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who's doing it? And especially during like the whole COVID era
It's a
too.
pandemic
It's
still,
so it's just like, whoa.
It's crazy. But it's like, you know, that they say money talks, and everybody's going to say it doesn't, like, money has to be made, but then it's like at the expense of what? But it's like, for me, I'm like that, okay, now I think they're up to like 100 lawsuits. It's like, okay, like, word. But for the future, it's like, how do you contain that? One, definitely making sure only ticketed people are in and having like the proper security, staff, everything, right? Staff, like, you know how your shows are gonna be, you know, the ragers, and it's not a bad thing. It's dope. Like, you know, like that's a whole culture. That's a music culture, right?
Things get all crazy. It's just you have to have
but with an overflood, you cannot manage that.
Yeah, no.
That's not manageable.
And then they were saying how well, not even saying they had pictures of like security taking pictures of like Travis Scott and like the whole crowd. And
right. My thing is people.
But I'm just like, people are gonna do that.
Right. And I'm like, that's people just gonna. That probably was taken at the beginning of the show or something like that. But you never know. Like, they could have like, you know, timestamp on it. But still, like, we can't fault people for being fans. Number one, like, that's just real. I'm just gonna that they're human. But then it's just like, and who's to say they got the alert, like, you know, the notice of. I do feel like. Who was in charge though? Because anywhere else, like, stuff gets shut down. Like, you go on stage and say, this is whatever. So if it's not Travis, who is behind the scene running the show where it's like...
Travis just comes on, like, you know how he is and you know what he does. If you don't, and you paid such a... There's no way I feel like you pay that much money to have an artist. You already know you're going to make it back, but then not do your homework and not know what's about to happen.
Right.
In these shows. So that's where I'm just like, why? You know? And then Travis is getting a whole bunch of slack for it, which I understand, but then it's just like he goes on and apologizes, and even his apology is more like tongue-in-cheek type of... Right. So I'm just like, I don't even know why.
Where I'm like, that apology was like, looking kind of sketch of a sketch. That's all PR. Sorry, like, I love like the world entertainment world I'm in, but it's like, you know, sometimes it's better not to say anything, even though they say it would have been worse. No, and then you're held up in a timeout pause. I just read a story about how Lil Boo thing just dipped and went to Momager left overnight. I don't know why or how I ended up seeing that. Well, who's he with? Kylie. Kylie. She left and flew to go see her mom, and you know what's about to happen. They trying to figure out PR because what they started doing on TikTok apparently.
She's a genius, yeah.
No, but they started like I'll say they was I guess tearing up Cactus Jack's stuff, but because she's associated, they started flushing her cosmetics or whatever like that, and then her sales are going down. So my thing is, I'm just like, maybe we should start finding some ride or dies in our life about like, you know, because clearly, you know, I get money, you know, is important, but it's just like, if you gotta still go see mommy, I get it. But
I mean, that's her entertainment lawyer, so it's just
look
like.
at.
But at the same, like,
right? So it's
Chris
like,
knows. That's something like, Chris is a genius. I don't care what nobody says. Chris is a genius. So it's just like, all right, cool, but to just leave old boy high and dry and stuff to try to figure your stuff out,
right?
That's kind of wild because I mean, if you're already in it, you might as well figure it out together, type of thing. But you know, again, who's to say? Whatever. That's off of what we got, but it's still wild.
But we talk about billionaires here.
Right, I'm about to say, it's still wild to me. Like,
and I'm over here, don't even have a B. I have a Balenci. I brought it to the set.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, that whole Astro, And, actually, the kicker to all of this is while he's getting dragged, his album sales are going up.
Right. because there's gonna always be that population who's gonna listen, and that
Yeah,
just like
like
the I don't want to say his little
everybody
nasty
hates
name,
him, but loves him.
huh?
I was like,
Right.
everybody hates him, but loves him.
But you got to think, right? We are not the biggest consumers of hip hop.
True.
So
yeah, facts.
when it comes down to it, they gonna listen
Mm-hmm.
just because. And it's not listening because like, oh, like we like, it's just like he's trending.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, he got to a lot of the consumers through Fortnite,
Yeah.
which is a very smart move. He hosted a concert on Fortnite,
Yes.
and grabbed a lot of listeners through that too. I was just like, yeah,
His sponsorships are like subpar, like
yeah,
out this world. Even the McDonald's one, we had the Travis Scott like little action figure and stuff like that.
yeah.
Like,
I'm like, yeah, that was crazy.
but anyways, let's see what else we got. Do. That was Astro World and Friends.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, that's an Astro World and Friends.
Right.
I'm just like, he brought Drake out, so like, you know, Drake's a part of that
yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Drake's a part of that
yeah.
lawsuit. Aubrey Graham.
A part of the lawsuit?
He sure enough is. Because I guess apparently like it was certain stuff was happening when Drake had came out. Like during that time he had came out.
Okay, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's
Look, it's
wild.
crazy. So you know they got kids to feed, and then you know there's kids unfortunately you know in the mix of like you know in the caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
But speaking of children, there's more children being brought into this world right now, who are already brought into this world, and going through a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
On social media. They don't even know how to spell social media. They probably don't even know what social media is.
Oh, man.
Do y'all want to know who we're talking about?
Do y'all? Drum roll?
Balenciaga's like, what? Sorry.
DaBaby and Danny Lay.
You gotta speak up.
DaBaby and Danny
I was like,
Lay.
I don't know why you're whispering now. Like, we're
my
still
bad.
like,
I was yeah,
like
you're
what?
right, you're right, you know. I'm chilling, you know.
Oh, I was gonna say Summer Walker and London on the Track.
Oh, I wasn't even gonna. Okay, you got
But
that.
we could take it there.
I was about to say
We can take it there.
It's both of them.
So let's see.
Right.
There's a movie called Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, I said it, y'all.
Woo.
Yeah, I said it.
Oh man, it's about to be one of those.
I'm just gonna say, I don't know who be who in certain situations. Like, I'm just like, you know, let's start off with DaBaby. I actually like DaBaby, like Liked. Liked. And it wasn't even like, you know, that whole situation that he had that was like, that really turned me off. It was the aftermath of it that turned me off, like his responses to it.
Oh yeah,
the lack thereof.
I honestly thought he wasn't gonna respond at first, and then even with his response, it wasn't gonna be as even the way he responded was crazy to me. Like it was just I thought he was gonna just let it kind of die down, or not die down, but just let everything go overboard as the way he does. So that's why I was just like, whoa. But then made his PR made him say sorry.
Everybody's
and
PR
it just
is on
went
point.
worse.
If y'all need PR, honestly,
worse.
holla at me. Okay, I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all don't know what I be doing out here.
feel
But
like
if y'all
they
need PR
literally-
emergency, holla at DJ WhySham. You'll be surprised.
I feel like their PR is just be texting them like, say sorry, but don't be giving them like a background of things as
Because
to
their
what
PR
to
is
say.
their homeboy. That's why.
It's wild. It's like, yo, you gotta
They didn't-
apologize, and then they go up on there like, yo, I'm sorry, but
They got
I'm not really
$100,000 in
sorry.
chains, but paying their mans $100 to be their PR and
Like,
not
this
like
is
the actual
wild.
bag. Like, no, if I come up, my lawyer's getting paid first. My PR all these folks. But anyways, let's keep going.
Right. So he
right now. So that like that turned me off. Like so that was the aftermath of that. But right now, him and his I think it's his third child's mother. I don't like to say BMs.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I didn't know there was like a second, but that's what everybody was posting. Like, oh, the second was quiet. Yeah, that girl Mimi. Mimi's I guess the first.
Yeah, that's all I know.
Oh no, there is a second. So the second is the one he cheated on the girl Mimi with. Yes, and that his little baby. Yes, I actually remember that.
Jeez.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't even know Mimi like that. I just see her on the Shade Room. I don't know what she like, whatever. I'm saying Mimi like I know her, but I see her on the Shade Room, and she posted a lot today. So, but anyways, him and Danny Lay is an artist.
Yep.
Actually, like I think she has mass roots, like a lot of heavy mass roots. So there was like a whole back and forth. They're not sure if we all knew number one, DaBaby was the baby daddy because we just social media gurus and like they were all posted up and then all of a sudden disappear and all of a sudden she's pregnant and it's just like people be posting like cryptic but it's like we granted people can have different partners and you don't want to judge them like that but it's like the girl was just going crazy on I don't want to use that word because that's what he just saw and he done said some things today about her that I'm just like all right both of y'all just need help everybody needs help.
That's I'm about to say that's definitely
toxic. But anyway, so long story short, and the longest story short, with these two, finally after 3 months, and I'll say like a whole year because she was pregnant 9 months, and then now the baby's 3 months, so almost like a year.
Yep.
They finally admit that the baby is the baby daddy because he is trying to kick her out the house. I guess he comes back and he's like, "Yeah, you gotta go, shorty," and then they
right. It was just mad weird.
Get into an altercation. Or whatever like that, it's that time. He calls the cops, right? Which is it's like
it's the right thing to do, but he just went about it all the wrong way. In terms of what was he supposed to do?
He has a 3-month-old daughter.
Yep.
He has money.
Yep.
And you're telling your daughter's mother, no matter what the situation is, to leave the home. Books because you bought it.
Was she living there?
Yes.
Right now?
Yes. Yeah. Apparently, because all the receipts coming out. But see, I already had like something.
All I got was he just asked to leave.
No, I guess he had got the home. But clearly, there was something saying before, like whatever, like that she was living out there. But it's like now it's coming out. Like okay, like clearly, like okay, everybody's like all the pieces is coming together. So there was a home in Charlotte, North Carolina, that her and DaBaby staying at, and she just posted pictures and everything like that of like, but she's saying, oh, he left her during the pregnancy, and then like, oh, but you're still, she's like, oh, I'm down, but she took him back, and there's like a picture of them and the baby, they went on a trip together. So my thing is also too, I'm gonna say this number one, I do not feel bad for Danny Lay. Let's just say that. I said this to you earlier, I do not feel bad for Danny Lay. In that terms of since I feel bad for the child, I always feel bad for children.
Children, yep, that makes sense.
I always feel bad for children. I never feel bad for the adult.
Yeah.
She was on social media just last year making fun or put, like I had to do my own homework of like that.
Yeah.
Right. Of DaBaby's first child's mother.
Yep.
And there's like this whole colors thing going on. She dropped a song about he want a bad yellow bone, something like that, or whatever like that. I didn't listen to the song. I just like absolutely not. Like no. It's like he wants a yellow bone. So
featuring Danny Lay. Oh, wow.
So when I say I feel bad for children involved, because it's like y'all bring these children into jacked up situations, and it's like he was already having, certain situations publicly with his child's mother, first one, and then, have the baby in the second one because like or whatever. But then I'm like, no, I don't feel bad. You put yourself. There's like people. Situation. You literally said, I'm going to jump in this.
Geronimo.
Because sometimes people really think that they're better than the next. And we'll get into that a whole different, like, there's a...
That's a whole,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't feel bad when it comes down to that. I feel, when it comes down to the situation of somebody putting somebody out with the... That's when I feel bad. Because I'm just like, that's crazy. Yeah. Because, no.
Because
no matter what it is, I don't care how, whatever she says she want to be with, you need to remove yourself because it's like at the end of the day, if she has to go to a hotel or something like that, how is that like? And you're get on social media, father, that is absurd to me. I will never let even friends, family, I don't care. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
all right, yeah. So I didn't know they was living together. So even if
she got pictures. She dropped that pictures.
That's what I was like, geez. So even with that now, just like he should have left then if that was the case, you know. Because you gotta, the first thing that the cops are gonna make you do anyway is gonna be like, yo, one of y'all gotta leave the area. It doesn't matter who, but yeah, you gotta go, type of thing. So it's just like if he's never even. So with that actually makes more sense because if he's never home, he's like, yo, just leave. It's just like, yo, you might as well leave because you never here anyway.
How dare you?
Right.
What are you trying to throw a party?
That's wild. But
no, you go to the hotel and throw a damn party. You rent out the penthouse and throw a party. The hell.
Regardless of who was to leave. The whole situation, I felt like could have went down a lot less chaotic. It didn't need to be on social media for one. It was like, get it, he had to record.
Right.
But then at the same time, you own a mansion, and I'm pretty sure you want your stuff to be fine. So I'm pretty sure you have security cameras. So
either way, it'll come back on her if she destroys your property.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like I don't even think it was anything like that because he wouldn't have put it on social media if she was gonna do it. He would have. I feel like you would probably try to catch her in the act. But if you put him on the camera before anything happens, then you're not really trying to catch him. You're just trying to protect yourself, which is what he was saying in a sense. Which I'm like, I get it, but social media, bro, come on. But you know, I just feel like that's crazy. The whole ordeal is just, it's wild. It never needed. Like I feel like there's certain things that happen that shouldn't have happened that needed to lead up, or it shouldn't have led up to certain points. And I feel like if things was already getting rocky, there should have been an exit strategy for her knowing his past. So why are you living with somebody who then cheated on this person, then cheated on that next person, and then now you the baby mama, now you think you're going to get special treatment? Even if you feel as though you are that person to feel as though you get special treatment, the moment you see yourself or you notice the patterns going again, you gonna try to stay there and fight that?
I don't feel bad. I feel bad for the child. I'm gonna keep saying.
Okay, I'm about to say yeah. So the child, but I felt like he was asking her. So are we saying that? Well, see, I don't like what if. I really don't like what ifs. But for this case, I really don't like what ifs because it didn't happen. So it's not like, you know. But if he's asking her to be removed, is he not keeping the child or whatever? Like you're not about to kick your child and your daughter out type of thing. So in my mind, I'm thinking if I'm asking you to leave, my child stays. You leave, get your stuff.
Oh, you got me.
Get yourself together.
I feel like I just.
If my child's safe,
I feel like my friend's voice just spoke to me. You got me jacked up.
My child's
you ain't even been here this whole time. You about to take my 3-month-old?
Oh no, that's facts. But I'm saying if it comes to the point where I'm like, yo, it's my spot.
Say, Uncle, you got me. No.
I feel like if things are being dissolved and it's just like, all right, cool, like that. I feel like that.
Was he sick of me? I just really picked up out of her sleep. Like
if it's over or whatever, because I feel like if you put it all on there, then it's just like I don't think she's coming back type of thing. Me personally,
and that's called control, narcissism, I guess, with all that. So it's like,
But if it got to that point,
oh, you that type of baby daddy?
No,
I'm joking.
What?
He's like, I'm gonna have a kid here in North. Oh, you used to be in North Carolina too. Mm-hmm. North Carolina, come on and raise up.
Nah, I ain't got no secret kids in North Carolina. Nothing
Look
like
at
that.
All right, it could be Wyoming or whatever.
No, what am I, Kanye? Jeez.
Look at
Goodness gracious.
Look at.
Nah, but yeah.
All right, so now Summer Walker has extended her hand to Danny Lane.
Great segue. Man, oh man. Yeah. Summer Walker's out here extending hands in albums. Like, listen to my album while I help you out. Because
I put myself also too in this situation. With the
she just dropped an album. Shout out to her. Summer Walker out here making all the girls feel emotional. The girls.
Wow, the guys too. What you mean? Don't be putting that. Look at the guys too. Look at that's why y'all got. What the hell you mean?
That's what happened. The baby bumped some walk on the way home.
Probably, shoot. Like, oh, this is what she was saying. This is why she talking to
crazy.
me like this.
He said, "I ain't London on the track." Oh, dog.
No, apparently it was over, which is also controlling. It was over her not wanting to take Plan B. She had got a Plan B. What do you know about yes, he had took the no, I guess she had got it ordered to her house or something like that. And then I guess he got mad when he seen it or something like that. And then she said, "Oh, like I don't want somebody just like, oh, this is something coming at me like that, like all the time. But she does not get another baby, which is true because that'll probably be like an Irish twin or like like coming right back to back.
Right back to back, yeah.
But that's how it all started, apparently.
That's wild. See, I only seen the live where she was on live and the cop was there. She was like, "See, the baby's kicking me out."
You didn't even finish up the rest.
Yo, listen,
it was too much, and then I just happened to wake up.
Like, this is like, why?
I woke up in my little woke up in the midnight hour. I
just read up on it a little bit.
And I was like, how the hell? And I had to say, like, how the hell did I end up seeing this? But I'm glad. Anywho. What have you watched lately? You and Teddy seem like y'all been watching some stuff that I have not.
Listen. I just drew a blank.
I'm gonna say I'm listening.
I'm about to say, there's a movie with Idris Elba out. Lakeith Stanfield, Regina King, who had the dopest NO accent. Crazy, she did a crazy. Like, what can she not do?
Well, I've been watching the BMF series, and that is my joint. So you need to tap in with that.
Must-sees. Those are
must-sees. Because Easy. Lamar is a must-see. Lil Young Meech is a must-see. He is doing an amazing job.
Like, he's doing a really good job.
Amazing job.
And as a son, like, Ice Cube doing... Oh, not Ice Cube.
Ice Cube's on X too.
Yeah, I was Little Ice Cube.
Little Ice Cube. We call him Little
Cube. Little Cube.
Little
Hospital Ice.
Little melted ice.
When Slushy was doing Ice Cube's part.
We didn't stop. No disrespect.
Nah, I'm not. Nah, he's dope. Wait, is he Junior, right? O'Shea Jackson Jr.? No? O'Shea Jackson Jr.? I don't think that's his name.
I don't know.
OJJ?
I think so.
We'll figure it out.
O'Shea, I think it is.
Oh, okay. But yeah, when he played his pops, that was dope, and it was like basically like coming of age music and everything, which was like it was still legal but not really illegal.
Right.
Whereas now he's playing his pop, this Lil Meech is playing his pops, and it's just like learning everything that he did.
They're gonna be seeing this all okay. I'm just laughing like I'm really like this might be
still, his background, and then just how like they were the same, but not a little bit, a lot different in a sense, and being able to play his pop spot on.
50 had him in acting school for 2 years before he started acting and doing that show. Like this has been in the works for a minute. Like 50's been talking about this show as long as Power came out.
Yeah, as soon as Power came out, he was just like
promoting it, right? But you had to develop it, started developing and getting all the story. But it's like seeing and knowing that his son, like he like believed in somebody's like crap, like just like like you can do this, and seeing their relationship really like the behind the scenes. Pause. Tommy, if you all do watch Power. I did not watch the latest season because that was just getting out of control for me. So I'm gonna watch Power as a refresher. I mean, not Power, as Tommy has a new season. Has a new show coming from Power, and I'm like 50 is like foot on the gas, like on the gas. Like somebody said he's taking over the mafia world. The show,
and then he still has his back in the day show that's supposed to be coming out, which is basically Kanan.
He got
Snoop's murder trial about to come out too. Yeah.
Yes, he's produced. I'm like, he's not.
Show on Channel 5.
Oh yes.
For life.
For life.
Oh my. For life is amazing, and that's based on
story. Yes.
Yo, it's amazing. And follow if you look up the guy. Like I have to look up the real stuff when they say it's a true story. Guy, right. Like it's actually like really dope. And he's actually active in like doing stuff. Mm-hmm. But. Wow, like 50 is the man. Like everybody can laugh at him if he want, but that movie money is different. And that show money's different.
Underrated.
Underrated.
Everybody been, Power's good, but I don't know if he's gonna.
He's been topping
I heard
everything.
you, Kanan. I heard you, Tommy Part 2. I heard you, BMF. I heard you for life. Like, yeah.
Look at this show again is sponsored by Sam Spot Catering.
Yes.
Lunch is Over, always on Spark FM Online. Make sure y'all go download the app. Y'all go follow Hot Sauce. Y'all go tune in with all of the other shows that's happening. We coming back better than ever.
Facts.
We're gonna have guests. We're gonna have you're gonna see the rest of our hosts in and out sometimes, but we back here. I'm looking at him the whole time because I done sipped my drink and I'm feeling nice. I done picked up Valencia out her sleep.
Bothering Valencia.
Bother
her for the next 40 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Nice little routine.
Routine. And then I'm gonna be ration. Leave me alone.
Right.
I'm all looking like.
It's a wrap. It's RG.
Oh,
DJ
look at I was trying to.
From
And
617 backyard.
And Balenci.
Lunch is over. We are out.
I don't know what I'm doing with my finger like this, but I'm gonna put my hand down and look like that. Balenci done with me. She's tired.
Body good, I'm like black God. I don't even know what the angle is. All of these is just good for entanglement. So I ain't dating no more recognition. Just showing what the hater is. I told them, wait a minute, I'm from the trenches where niggas can't pay the rent. Part of my manners, but I gotta savor it. Niggas done slave for it. Couldn't even paint a pic. Clear as a tailor fit. They only play with it. This my city, you just live here. Litty and gritty, you take trips here. We up next, I win chips here. Heavy flex, you a simp here. I need a back for the feature. Leeches, keeping it warm on the bleachers. See you later, 3 strikes with a bean and Adidas. Cause CG phase, or stake it or leave it. Come to my city, they leaving in pieces. Fighting no demons, niggas be trying to be even. I just be trying to be honest. You get this Boston, you could just count up your losses. I don't take losses, that's on my body.